Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, welcome to a new vlog. I'm Lee from Mortgage Freely. I talk about money and mum life on the internet, and today's vlog is an absolutely massive Aldi haul. It's going to be a little bit different today. I usually talk to you about what the plan is, take you to the shop with me, come back, show you everything I've got, and then talk to you with a receipt. I'm not doing that today for a few reasons. Number one, I've got a cold. This is like my 7 millionth cold so far this year. It's also Easter Monday, so my kids are at home. So if you hear people screaming and there's lots of interruptions, it's just my kids being kids. So we're just going to dive right into what the plan was and showing you all the food. Because another thing is, I really wanted to concentrate when I was in Aldi and have a proper look around. Like I said, it's Easter Monday. Aldi is one of the only shops that was open at 8 AM near me, so it was pretty much empty, which was glorious. I didn't take the kids with me, my husband stayed with the kids, so I had a solo Aldi shop, solo early morning Aldi shop. And if that's on a mum holiday, I don't know what is. But I wanted to concentrate in Aldi because, as you know, I've been on YouTube for about a year and we've done quite a lot of Aldi shops, and pretty much every single time we've done an Aldi shop, I've said, I want to get more fruit and veg, I want to eat more whole foods, I want to improve my family's health and well-being. And I've always had that goal, and we've definitely been eating more home-cooked foods. But I've basically got to the point now where something needs to change and I need to go at it like full steam ahead. The kids eat too much sugar and too much processed food. There's no way around it. Part of the challenge is that my daughter is an extremely fussy eater at the moment. I can hear my son screaming upstairs. How professional YouTubers do this, I don't know. But quite often we're cooking different meals for the kids. They do eat a lot of their food at childcare, school, wraparound care. So they're not actually here to eat with us that much. We've ended up eating really late in the evening. Just the whole thing is a mess. Not only that, but I feel horrendous. Literally, 2025 is the year I turn 40. And I had this whole plan of sort of investing in myself, looking after myself, just getting back to a good place after having had the kids before I turn 40 towards the end of the year. And so far, it's nearly the end of April and I feel exactly the opposite. I have been ill more times than I can count. This camera does a pretty good job of making my skin look better than it is. But I am breaking out in spots everywhere. I'm nearly 40. It's like adult acne, it's not on. It's really triggering for me because I had terrible, terrible acne when I was younger. So that's going on. I want to lose some weight. I just don't feel healthy. I don't feel healthy in all the ways, mentally, physically, emotionally. So something has got to change, and I've decided that today is going to be the day that we go whole hog at it, which hopefully you will see reflected in what I've got. With that in mind, most of the recipes that I'm going to be making this week either come from Gusto ones that we've made before, this Deliciously Ella cookbook that I got from the charity shop, or this Tim's Vector Food for Life cookbook that I got at the charity shop. Because these are like whole foods, mostly vegan cookbooks, definitely the kind of thing I want to be eating. I just want nutrition, real food, that's going to help me feel better and hopefully lose some weight in the process. So already this morning, I've kind of adapted this recipe, which is like a green shakshuka. And what I really like about this book is it literally tells you how many plants you're eating in each meal. One thing I know I can't do is go back to anything crazy like calorie counting, none of that diet culture. I can't do it. It was so bad for my mental health when I was younger. Since getting pregnant, I haven't done anything like that, and we're talking like since getting pregnant with my daughter, so 7 years ago. And I just don't want to go back to that. So my plan is whole foods, nutrition, wellness, I guess. So I wrote down some of the recipes I wanted to try, and here are some of the ones that I picked. So the green shakshuka that I just showed you, creamy kale pasta, peanut sesame noodles we've had before out of the Deliciously Ella cookbook, that was really good. Veggie lasagna, because that's one you can like freeze and have extra portions of. And then for like dinners, mushroom stroganoff, and then a few of our favourite Gusto recipes. I'll show you those. So these are the ones I picked. We've got a tangy vegetable pad thai, a Brazilian prawn salad. This is one of our absolute favourites. It's bassa pan con tomate. Basically it's bassa, tomatoes, kale, potato, bread. And then a prawn curry as well. But it's got spinach in it because spinach, kale, all those green leafy iron foods, that is what my body needs right now. Because I had a private health test done, it was a Lola longevity health test, and I actually discovered that I was low on vitamin D, deficient in folate, and I already know that I'm low in iron. So I want to try and make sure that my body's actually getting all of these things from food sources as well. I also did that Lola blood test to try and see if there was anything going on with my hormones, because I'm 39, I'm turning 40 this year, and like I say, I feel like I'm just falling apart. I do have a code, I think it gets you 10% off. I'll pop it on the screen, I'll put the link in the description box, it will be an affiliate link, just so that you know. But it definitely helped me. I'm sure I was going to tell you something else, and I can't remember what it was.
Come on, it's okay. Mummy will be in a minute.
I'll be back soon. We're just going to talk about all the food that I've bought. You watch. Sit with Daddy and watch what I'm doing. It's okay, you can see Mummy. Mummy's going to tell you all about the food that she bought. Total chaos, as always. Let's just get into what I bought. So I feel like you can definitely say that the fruit and veg section is huge. It literally takes up the whole front of the table. So we'll go through that first. I think I'm going to have to lift things off, as you have seen me do before, so that you can actually see the things that are underneath here, because there's that much stuff. You can't see everything on the table. So fruit and veg wise, I got some Pink Lady apples for my husband, some Royal Gala apples for the kids. I got sweet corn, I got leeks which are for a recipe. I got 2 packs of bananas because we need bananas for some muffins I'm going to make. My son also likes bananas as a snack. I'll lift some of these things off of here. I got some ginger because I kind of seem to need that in every recipe. I got 2 packs of spring onions because they were on Aldi Super 6. It's like an Easter veg wars going on at the moment. I got some red onions. I got 2 packs of kale. Because it's Easter Monday, there were actually loads of 50% off, I think because of like the dates and them not being open yesterday. So I got 2 packs of kale. They were both 50% off. I got an avocado. I've got some easy peelers, again for the kids' snacks. Peppers, limes, which I needed for recipes. I got a mango because I actually don't really like fruit. And one of the fruits I do like is mango. So I thought I would see if I can get myself into eating actual fruit. I've got a cucumber, I got some baby spinach, some red peppers, flat leaf parsley. I wanted some chestnut mushrooms and I got these wonky ones because I can see that they are chestnut mushrooms. I got some nectarines, I got some jacket potatoes, these are good for work lunches. I got a bunch of fruit, I got pomegranate seeds, some raspberries for the freezer, some raspberries not for the freezer. Again, these were all 50% off. Strawberries are 50% off. The kids will love those. Got some garlic, some 50% off piccolo tomatoes because these are my favourite tomatoes. I got 2 packs of courgette, they were 50% off as well.
Have you got baby bells?
I do have baby bells. On the meat front, as you know, I don't eat meat, but I am pescatarian and my family eat meat. So I got some ham for like the kids' sandwiches, my husband's sandwiches. I got some bassa, they only had one of the unsmoked, so I just got a smoked and an unsmoked because it really doesn't matter always for recipes whether it's smoked or not. I got some cooked salmon. Honestly, this wasn't on the list, I just picked it up because it was 30% off, so salmon's expensive, so I got some of that, and I got the lightly smoked Scottish salmon fillets. I also got some smoked salmon because I've got some really nice bagels in, and some tuna chunks. Then for kids' snacks, I tried not to get much because obviously I want to make some muffins, that's part of the plan. I got some of these dino claws. Again, the kids might not actually eat these, but I will because it's just basically like that fruit leather stuff. I got 3 packs of these apple rice cakes, the organic Aldi Mamia ones, because these are a snack I don't mind the kids having. And then for a treat, I did get some party rings and some dino tails. And I got about 6 of these little yogurts that my son loves because you don't have to put them in the fridge. They're really good for sort of taking out and about with you. And then moving on to adult snacks, I got these thins, which are for my husband. I got some rice cakes. I've never seen these before at Aldi, so these were definitely an impulse purchase, but these looked a little bit fancy. Italian squashy crackers. I don't know, but they look nice. And some of the specially selected sea salt and Chardonnay vinegar crisp. I think that's it for snacks. So I really tried not to do too much snacking. I want to make our own snacks. I got some coriander and some basil, which you can see over there, which is for recipes. Some salted peanuts, which are for recipes. I got some Weetabix at the back, which is literally in this video every single time. This is absolute chaos, by the way. If you can't tell, it's total chaos behind the scenes. I got some barbecue sauce. So this is sort of like pantry stuff. I got some barbecue sauce, tomato puree. I've got some like munchie bars, peanut ones and chocolate ones for like adult snacks. I've got sweet corn in a can. I don't know, where does that go? Does that go with pantry? Does it go with fruit and veg? I got it anyway. I got some 70% dark chocolate, which is again for making things like muffins, mayo, beans. I've got a can of coconut milk because I'm literally out of that. I got a can of butter beans. Those are for a recipe. Then I needed like a top up of a load of different herbs and spices because there's nothing worse than trying to make a recipe that you've planned and then realising you don't have enough of a spice. So I got some harissa, some cayenne pepper, cumin, cinnamon, and some more crushed chilli. I've got lasagna sheets because I said one of the things I'm going to make is a lasagna, some rice, some of this quinoa, which I really like. It's like micro rice, but it's actually quinoa. So good for like a work healthy meal if you've only got access to a microwave. And back here in drinks, I got some smoothies for the kids. I got some kefir because that seemed to be in a bunch of the recipes in the Tim Spector Food for Life cookbook. I've got almond milk for a couple of recipes. I got 2 lots of the Nescafe dupe for Alta Rica. Orange juice. I got a couple of these cold pressed juices that Aldi does. These are so nice. I did read something this morning that was basically saying that smoothies and juices are not actually that great in terms of, I think we get more nutritional value from them than we actually do. Obviously the best thing to do is to eat the actual fruit, which is why I got the mango. But I still picked up a couple of these cold pressed juices. And I think that's it for drinks. Then kind of just a random end section. I've got some Baby Bells because the kids are enjoying eating Baby Bells, which is a much better snack than some of the other things they eat. I've got some olives as a bit of a nice snack. I've got some chia batter rolls, which are for the bassa con pan tomate. I think I've even said that wrong now. I got some feta cheese. Did I say lemons before? A loaf of bread. My favourite burger buns, I literally prefer these over any other burger buns. The seeded sliced Aldi specially selected brioche ones. I got some hummus, some kids pizzas, don't judge me, these are the ones they like. I got some cheese, butter, a big Greek yogurt. I got a couple of these Aldi Skia yogurt pouches. I have let these go bad in the fridge before, so I have to try to not do that this time. I got olive oil and a huge pack of eggs. I think that's it for what's on the table. I also have a few like household bits to show you. I did also get these clear fruit shoots for the kids. I was in 2 minds as to whether or not to do it, but I did. We needed a few household bits, so I got some washing up liquid. I got some sensitive toothpaste for me. Got nappies, a massive pack of toilet roll. You know what that looks like. Kitchen rolls. I've got a big box of wipes. I've got a shampoo and conditioner. These are actually for 2 different people if you're wondering why I'm psychopathic and didn't get the matching ones. And some of these biodegradable face wipes. And that is everything I bought. And it cost a pretty penny. As you can see, that is a large Aldi shop. What I will say though is my trolley was absolutely full to bursting. And literally, like, I had things under the trolley was like, literally so full. The people behind me only spent about £40 less than I did, but they seem to have hardly anything. So I actually don't think I did that bad for the amount that I've spent. But I think this is the second most expensive Aldi shop I've ever done. I think the only time I ever spent more than this in Aldi, well, there's a video of it, I'll link it in the description box, you can go and watch it, but there was one other time, but I spent £164.54. And I'll tell you why. This is what I meant to tell you earlier. I will tell you why I did it. The last time we did an Aldi shop on this channel, I did an Aldi shop and then I went to Tesco and I spent about £180 across both shops. And at the time, I was kind of gutted about the amount that I'd spent, but that shop lasted us through pretty much the whole most of the month. Last month, I didn't do that. And I absolutely regret it. I absolutely regretted not doing a big shop. Even if it cost me like £160, £180 in that one huge stock up shop, it saved me money in the long run. Because a number of times we went to Tesco or Sainsbury's or wherever and came out having spent £70, £80 a go was just insane. So I feel like doing that massive shop at the start of the month definitely works for us. It might not work for everyone, and some of you are probably watching this going like, God, that's crazy, how have you spent that much money in Aldi? And I do wonder this myself, but this is what works for us because this is the only big shop that we'll probably do this month. Obviously with eating more like whole food stuff, I might need to go back a little bit and do like a bit of a small top-up shop if that makes sense, but this is our main shop now. We get milk delivered so we never have to go to the shop for that, which again has been really good for the fact of not going in the shop and not doing a top-up shop that then turns into like a weekly shop. It just, yeah, the less I can be in the shop, the better. So I just have to suffer the pain of this big shop. But yeah, I spent £164.54. I did buy myself a £100 gift card on Everup. I didn't know how much I was going to spend, so I just tend to buy a £100 gift card. I buy myself a gift card on Everup because you can't get cash back at Aldi. Aldi don't technically allow it. I think there are a couple of places you can get it, or you could get it like if you shop with your Chase card, you get cash back on groceries. But in terms of the cashback sites I use, you can't get yourself guaranteed cashback through those. So the only thing you can do is shop with Everup. You get the virtual coins, use the virtual coins on their games, and you get generally more than 1% cashback. I think I've had between 2 to 4% cashback in general in the past. So I haven't done my spins yet on EverUp. I will pop on the screen what cashback amount I got for that £100 gift card. I could have bought myself 150, but I wasn't sure how much I would spend, and I don't like to have lots of little bits of gift cards everywhere. And I did get quite a few 50% discounts as well, so I feel like that shop would have been more expensive if not for that. Having looked through it, I'm definitely pleased that it is almost entirely like Whole Foods based. It's definitely how I want it to look. The challenge is just going to be getting used to that lifestyle change now of having to cook and prepare in advance. We just don't have good routines going on at the moment. Life has just been absolute chaos. Becoming a family of 4 with 2 parents who work. We've got 1 child in school, 1 child in childcare. We've got the summer holidays to contend with. I run a business. It's definitely a challenge. And the fact that I don't eat meat as well, I feel like definitely limits my ability to sort of make things. I feel like a lot of the things where people say, oh, just stick it in the slow cooker or make things and freeze them, tend to work better with meat dishes, and I don't eat meat. So if you have any good, easy go-to meal ideas that are not meat-based, either slow cooker things that you can make and portion up, please drop them in the comments because I definitely need all the help I can get. And if anyone has any tips for things that have genuinely made your life feel better or helped you feel more well in yourself in all the ways, mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm just really hoping that we can make a lifestyle change that doesn't make our life harder, but does make us feel better. I hope all this is making sense. This has been a chaotic video. Please don't judge me off this video. Do drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about this shop. Let me know what you think about whether or not we're doing the right thing by doing a big shop and staying out of the shop for those top-up shops that I feel like cost us more money in the long run. But whatever you do drop me a comment. You have no idea how much dropping a comment on a video like this can help a little channel like mine. I'm Lee from Mortgage Freely. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. My son is crying for me in the next room, so I gotta go. We do budget with me as we sort my life out. We go to Aldi a lot, so if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, do click the subscribe button and I will see you on the next one, which will hopefully be a little bit less chaotic than this one.